Today, I'm going to give you a glimpse into the future, a glimpse into the future of AI agents. I'm going to talk about OpenClaw. I'm going to talk about the new up-and-coming agent everyone is going bananas for, Hermes agent. I'm going to talk about how they can work together. I'm going to talk about which one you should be working with. I'm going to talk about how you can integrate them so they can do insane things in the membrane together. We're going to talk about Paperclip, a brand new orchestration layer that can work with both. We're going to go through strengths. We're going to go through weaknesses. We're going to live. We're going to laugh. We're going to love. We're going to have a ton of fun. You're going to go into the chat. You're going to ask questions. I'm going to answer the questions. You're going to go down below. You're going to leave a like. You're going to put a smile on your face. You're going to look up at the heavens and you're going to say, thank God I'm alive today. Thank God I'm alive in 2026, the most exciting time to be alive ever. Use the most world-changing technology that's ever existed. You're going to shed a tear at the beauty of it all. And then you're going to look down below again and make sure you left a like the first time I said to leave a like. Welcome to the live stream. Let's go straight into it. Hermes agent. I hope you all had an absolutely stunning, beautiful, gorgeous weekend wherever you are. It was stunning, beautiful, and gorgeous here in Northern California. I'm going to share my screen. Before I do that, I'm going to double check my screen to make sure I'm not about to share anything that's going to let all you people hack my computer. So let me verify everything that's on my screen right now to make sure I don't reveal all my passwords and secrets. Stick around because I might reveal all my passwords and secrets in just a second here. If you're a hacker, you want to stay on this stream. If you hate me, you want to stay on this stream because I might just give you a backdoor to my entire computer. Let me validate. Looks good to go. Let's share the screen. Share screen. God, please don't show anything crazy or insane here. Hermes agent. You can't see anything anyway. The text is too small. Let's go over this. Let's go over Hermes agent. Let's go over the strengths, weaknesses. Do I recommend it? Should you switch from OpenClaw? All the things like that. We're going to talk a lot today. We're going to talk about a lot of things today. We're going to talk Obsidian as well. We're going to talk about Claude, all the things they're shipping. They just shipped even more crazy things today. We're going to get into Claude a little bit later. Claude code, some computer use stuff. Is Claude just going to dominate OpenClaw in Hermes agent? Is there any point in using Hermes agent with what with Claude's doing today? We're going to talk about Ruben Garcia Jr., the most, I want to say inappropriate term, but I'm not going to say it. I'm going to wait till later in the stream. The further we go in the stream, the naughtier the things we say are. But since it's the beginning of the stream, we're just going to say this. Ruben Garcia Jr., another 5 gifted after he gifted over 50 memberships on the last live stream. This guy's incredible. This guy's amazing. Everyone say, thanks, Ruben, in the chat because Ruben is absolutely incredible. Starting the parlor. We love you, Ruben. We love you, Ruben. Welcome to the FinFam, everyone who's getting their free memberships from Ruben. If you get a free membership from Ruben, Ruben's now your God. Ruben is now your God. All right, so here's the story. A lot of people have been going on YouTube. A lot of people have been going on X talking about Hermes agent. Oh, Hermes agent's the greatest thing of all time. Oh, Hermes agent's the worst thing of all time. Hermes agent this, Hermes agent that. I waited to comment on Hermes agent. I waited a couple weeks. The reason why I waited to comment on Hermes agent is because you simply cannot use it for 5 minutes and then go and film a 20-minute YouTube video on it, like almost every other creator on here did. You can't do that. There is this technology, the Hermes agent technology, is deeper. Right? It's deeper than that. You can't use it for 5 minutes. Bro got a haircut. Yeah, I did. What do you think? You like the haircut? You can't use it for 5 minutes and then make an hour-long video on how it is. That's not how. This is deep, complex technology. Deep, complex technology, especially when you compare it to OpenClaw. There are so many nuances. There are so many nuances to it. You can't just be like, oh, how you doing, Hermes? Get a reply. Like, okay, go on YouTube. Oh, my God, Hermes is the greatest thing of all time. You can't do that. There are so many people. It sucks because that's the incentives of content. The incentives of content are to go as early as possible after something, 5 seconds after something releases, and say it's either the greatest thing ever or the worst thing ever. Like, that's the incentives of content, right? Because that'll get you the most clicks. As early as you can say something is the greatest thing ever or the worst thing ever or something's dead, the more clicks you'll get. So that sucks. So I waited a couple weeks. I tested it thoroughly. I wouldn't even say I've been able to use it inside out. So I'm giving you some early impressions. I've been using it pretty consistently the last few weeks. I heard it's good for local AI, says Mia Main Adventures. Yes, it is good for local AI. Yeah, that's the thing. These people will tell you, oh my God, Hermes is the greatest thing ever. And then there'll be 20 minutes of Hostinger ads during that video. Anyone who shills you Hostinger, I promise you, is not using Hostinger. Anyone who shills you something they're not using, you obviously cannot trust them. If they say use Hostinger, use Hostinger, use Hostinger, and they don't use it, tell them to kick rocks. And by the way, no one's using Hostinger. No, not a single content creator is using it. So do not listen to people telling you to use it. What did you think of Project Hail Mary? I thought it was good. I'll be one of those people that go and say, oh yeah, the book's better. The book was better. The movie was good. It was a good movie. It's nothing compared to like Interstellar, but it was good. Hermes Agent has a few advantages. They really leaned into the self-improving. What does that mean? They leaned into the self-improving. Let me see if I can show you a good example here. So one thing they do really well that I like is they show you exactly every tool call in detail as they do it. So as it does anything for you, Hermes. And by the way, I'm going to have a super in-depth workflow video coming out later today, probably in the evening, on Hermes and OpenClaw. Super in-depth workflow video. So to prepare for that, please hit subscribe and turn on notifications down below. Turn on notification down below. You'll get that in your inbox the moment it drops. Let's go through some of the advantages, some of the disadvantages, back to the advantages, and go through overall recommendations. You give it something to do. You see every single tool call in detail. It is completely transparent. I really, really like that. You see when memories are updated, right? I can see when a memory is updated. You can even see memory is nearly full. You can see when things are going wrong, going right. So you can audit. What did I miss? Which is better? I haven't told you yet. OpenClaw is still better in my opinion. I'll tell you if I agree in a second. I don't trust someone when they pitch Hostinger, says Ruben Garcia Jr. The smartest man in the chat just says he doesn't trust anyone when they shill Hostinger, and that guy is correct. I'll tell you that much. Thoughts on Bully? I listened to it all weekend. I'll review that in a second too. I want to give you some Hermes goodness, then I'll go into Bully. I got strong thoughts about Bully as well. So you get detailed insight into every tool call it does, every memory it updates, every memory it reads, every file it reads. That is fantastic. OpenClaw does not have that type of transparency. So that is really, really nice. What else does it do really well as well? The use of skills here is amazing. And I'm going to try to show you a good example. I'm going to try to not reveal passwords and environment variables, although the odds are I will. So make sure you look really closely at my screen because I'm probably going to reveal secret information at some point. One thing it really does well, and I might, here we go. I'm definitely showing things I shouldn't be showing. One thing it does really well is self-improving skills. What are self-improving skills? It on the fly, after basically everything you do, creates and updates its own skills. Every time you say, do this, do that, do this, it goes, okay, what skills do I have? If I don't have the appropriate skills, what skills do I need to create? If I do have the appropriate skills, how can I update them to be better? Self-reflecting. You know what? Self-reflecting and self-improvement. Basically, after every prompt you give, it does that. So basically, it's going to, hypothetically speaking, be improving. The more you use it, the more it'll improve. The more you use it, the more the skills will improve, the more the memories will improve, the more everything improves. On top of that, something I really liked is with every skill update and every skill creation, it does a security check. It does a security check. And I got to, as I say things out loud, because my brain is so great and huge, I need to make sure I write down what I say for the main video I'm releasing later today, so I can make sure I cover all those points again. Security checks on itself. Hypothetically, the more you use it, the more you'll improve, right? So the more you use it, the more you'll improve. Security checks. Security is a big thing for it. It's not secure in the way where it's like it can't have access to everything on your computer. It has access to everything on your computer. When you install these types of agents, you kind of concede to the fact that these agents will have access to everything on your computer. I personally have no issue with that. I personally have zero issue with that. Everyone needs to have their OpenClaw up and working right now. Hell yeah. Exactly. Exactly, Ruben. This is the ideal Alex Finn live stream experience, as you have your OpenClaw, your Hermes agent, your whatever, your Dingling agent up and running as we do this. And you're vibing, you're coding, you're building, you're improving as we talk with each other. That's the ideal experience here. Can you tell your Claude bot, who spells bot like Claude bot, to do the same thing to self-improve? Oh, what a weird way to say OpenClaw. I respect it though, George Windleward 4402. Can you? You probably can, but it's not as built in. It's not as integrated as self-improving as Hermes agent is. And that's an advantage for Hermes agent for sure. That is definitely an advantage. Got my grot claw standing by. Get your dingling out. What do you think about Manus? Manus is good, but I'm not a believer in, I'm just like, Manus has its place. I don't think Manus is a competitor to OpenClaw. I think Manus is a competitor to Claude Cowork and Claude Code and Claude Desktop. Those are all those are all going to be the same thing soon, by the way. And I just don't know a world in which I use Manus over any of those. Claude. I don't view Claude Desktop and Claude Code as competitors to OpenClaw. I just don't. As much as they're clearly trying to like copy them in every way, right? Like everything Anthropic shipped over the last month for Claude Code and all those are clearly just swipes at OpenClaw. I still don't think they'll ever be able to compete with it. They're just too much. OpenClaw is open source, completely customizable. Same with Hermes. Claude Code, Claude Desktop is closed source. It's closed source. You can't customize it. You can't have local models running it. So they'll never be competitors. And anyone who tweets, "Oh, OpenClaw is dead," they block them immediately because they have no idea what they're talking about. They're just trying to engagement farm. Immediately block them. And Perplexity Computer, same market. Yeah, I think Perplexity made, and I know we're jumping all over the place. This is how, listen, this is how I get this complaint every single live stream. This is how the live streams work. We jump around all over the place. We read comments. We talk about different things. Which, if you want a focused, short, concise video, then watch my main videos on my channel. Watch one's coming out tonight on Hermes. If you don't like the jumping around, talking about everything, having fun, laughing, crying, then just watch the main 10-minute videos. This is a live stream. This is how live streams work. I think Perplexity, big misstep on Perplexity Computer. I think it's a great product. I do. I think Perplexity is computer is a great product. I have no issue with it all. The issue is they are running a race against 100 different companies. They are running a race against Anthropic, against OpenAI, against Hermes, or against Manus. You're running an incredibly crowded race. I think anyone entering that race is going to be in a tough spot. it's going to be in a really, really tough spot. So I think Perplexity Computer is a very strong product. I think Manus is a very strong product. I think Claude Desktop is a very strong product. They're just running in a race that I do not believe is winnable. They are running against many, many, many competitors. One of those competitors is Anthropic. And I am now fully convinced Anthropic has a model that is beyond comprehension that they are holding back and using to ship their products. I am 100% convinced Anthropic is now using an incredible model, maybe even AGI, to ship products, because I can't think of any other explanation on how Anthropic can ship so many incredible features on a daily basis. How can they do that? Every day they ship something new and amazing. Opus is incredible. Claude Code's incredible. There's no way they have a team of a couple hundred people using Opus to ship what they ship on a daily basis. There's no way. They are holding back AGI, whether it's Mythos, whatever it is. They know they are light years ahead of the competition. They know their competition isn't even close to releasing AGI. So like, why release it now? Let's just use it to make our product absolutely baller, speed past everyone else. Then once we have word that ChatGPT will release Spud, then we'll front run them by a week and release Mythos. But why do we need to front run them by a month? Let's just make our product fucking incredible. And then we'll release Mythos when we know Spud's close. That has to be the explanation. There is no other explanation on how Claude can release all these features on a daily basis that are actually really strong and compelling. What other possible explanation can there be? My man, Raz Mike. If you're not subscribed to Raz Mike, you're an idiot. Subscribe immediately if you're not subscribed to Raz Mike, one of the nicest, most authentic guys in the entire space. Manus can survive because they got meta money. Perplexity low-key on, it's on. Yeah, but at some point, Meta's, they're not going to keep feeding money into products nobody uses, right? Meta has money, but that doesn't mean they want to waste money. They just cut the metaverse, the thing they named their entire company after. They just basically cut the entire headset division, the entire Quest division, which for the record, I'm a big Quest guy. I'm a big VR guy. I love the Quest and the VR. I'm a little heartbroken they cut that. I'm going to have to get the Steam frame when that comes out. That's Steam's headset. Steam's going to eat all of gaming. Every console will die. It'll just be Steam. Steam's going to be the only gaming company in 10 years from now. Manus is cooked. It doesn't matter. They have meta money. Meta's not going to keep feeding them. Perplexity's cooked. If you're not an AI lab like Anthropic or OpenAI, you are cooked. I'm sorry. You're cooked. How could you keep up with Anthropic? All these companies are holding back their best models. All of these companies get much better margins on their models than you do because you have to put a margin on top of their models. How can you keep up with any of these companies? I just don't understand. And I know this is going to lose. I'm not going to get sponsored by anyone ever again. I understand what I'm saying is potentially costing me millions of dollars in sponsorships. I get it, but I'm going to say it anyway because I can't hold back. I have to tell the truth. I have to show what I'm telling them, truly feeling. I don't know how Perplexity, Manus, any of these companies that are not frontier AI model companies can keep up. There's just no way. There's no way. The AI labs have better models than you can imagine, and they don't have to put margins on top of it. I genuinely think the strategy is raise money and pivot. I don't know. The Perplexity's strategy is to raise money and pivot. Why not just pivot? Why wait? Why waste time running in a race you know you're going to lose? Why not just pivot to whatever it is? What do they pivot to? I don't get it. Pivot. If there's a pivot to be made that's better than what they're doing, why not just pivot now? If there's a pivot to be made that's smarter than what they're doing, why not make that pivot, then raise more money? I don't understand how staying in a race that I think everyone on planet Earth knows you're going to lose I'll share insider info when I'm in San Francisco. Well, attaboy. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I got some insider info I'm going to share. Let's talk soon. All right. Yeah. Bro, you got my number. Hit your boy up. Let's go. Let's talk. Let's cook. Let's share that insider information. Don't keep the insider information on the inside. Let's get that insider information on the outside, Raz Mike. All right. Don't keep that insider information to yourself. Let's spread around the wealth. Let's get that insider information around here. If you don't have a local model, you're wasting money. I don't know. I think that's a pretty extreme thing to say. I think everyone should be running local models. I don't think you're wasting money if you're not running local models. But I think local models are the future. I was talking to my boy Ray Fernando this morning. He had a hypothesis I'm kind of buying into, but he thinks all this Iran stuff with the oil that's making gas prices exploding is going to hit the hardware industry hard. He thinks all this oil stuff is going to make computers outrageously expensive, and it'll also make tokens outrageously expensive. It'll make the plans. They'll increase the prices of all the plans. It'll make them, because energy is going to get very expensive. So running all those GPUs is going to get more expensive. So OpenAI, Claude, they're going to increase the prices in all their plans from $200 a month to $400 a month. That's coming. That's coming. And so his hypothesis is I'm going to run out and buy as many computers as I can right now, because cloud models will be triple the price and you're going to want to run things locally. And I'm going to be honest, I'm still digesting that information. I'm not too up to date on the geopolitics stuff. I'm not a big geopolitics guy, I'm going to be honest. I find the more time I put in the geopolitics, the more pissed off I get, the more angry I get, the more I say things that piss off everyone around me in my circles. So I try to ignore the whole geopolitics thing and live my life and try to be awesome and create tremendous amounts of value and get rich, right? But his hypothesis is oil exploding is going to make hardware and AI plans significantly more expensive. And is that unrealistic to think? Is that unrealistic to think that is going to happen? Let's be honest about what's happening with Claude right now. They are gutting the limits on Claude. Claude's limits today are significantly lower than they were 4 months ago, even on the $200 a month plan. Let's be honest. Significantly smaller. Let's also be honest about this. That's a fact. What's not a fact, which is speculation. So I'm going to do a little speculation here. What's not a fact, I'm going to do a little speculation here, is I, for the first time, believe Claude is getting stupider. I, for the first time, believe that. This has been a conspiracy for multiple years now. For multiple years, it's been a conspiracy that the model comes out, they put out Claude Opus, whatever, and then they progressively make it stupider before the next release. And I have never bought into that. I have called it user error. And we're going to get into Hermes agent and paperclip in a second. I'm just going on a couple of different tangents that I think are important here. Again, this is a live stream. If you want the focused one subject videos, go to my timeline. I got a bunch of those focused one section videos. This is a live stream, so we go all over the place. We cover the entire industry on these live streams. Nice haircut, baby. Thank you. I appreciate that, Nick Zucker. I appreciate that. And this is a shampooed haircut. So think of what this looks like when you get a nice 4-day grease in it, like a nice 4-day kind of grease that gives it a little bit more texture and volume. It's going to look fire in 4 days for the Kanye West concert. Did you have your Coke today? I drank a little bit of Coca-Cola today with lunch. Yes, I had a little bit of Coca-Cola. I'm getting back into Coca-Cola. I quit soda for 15 years. I'm getting back into soda. While everyone zigs off soda, I'm zagging back onto it. Everyone's like, oh, no, stop drinking Coca-Cola. Stop drinking Pepsi. Bad for you, make you fat. Fuck that. I'm back on to soda. I'm a soda guy. Hardcore Coca-Cola. I went to Project Hail Mary a few days ago. I bought a Coca-Cola with the popcorn. I drank the entire large Coca-Cola. I ate the entire medium popcorn. You guys are getting on a health kick. I've never slept less in my life, and I've never drank more soda. You zig, I zag. You sleep 8 hours, I sleep 4 hours. You drink water, I drink Coca-Cola. You cut out carbs, I eat an entire medium popcorn at Project Hail Mary. He's lying, you're lying. Shut up, Canary Trader. I'm not lying. 100% a stone cold fact. Come find me in San Francisco. I'll be holding a Coca-Cola, sipping it all day. I don't give a shit. What did I say? Where was I? On Claude stupidity. I, for a couple of years, had thought that was conspiracy theory. I've used Claude Code every single day since it came out a year ago. I've used Claude just overall every single day for a couple of years now. Everyone who's come on and tweeted, "Oh, Claude, is Claude stupid today? Is Claude stupid today?" I immediately go, skill issue. Skill issue. It's not getting stupider. You just don't know what the hell you're doing. I, for the first time, actually believe it's getting stupider. I, for the first time, think it's getting stupider. I was trying to do some things this morning in Claude that I just like, it was doing things, it was acting stupider than Sonnet 3.5. I don't know if you guys were around in the Sonnet 3.5 days, like Sonnet 3.5 in cursor days. I'm talking like August 2024. I don't know if you got... By the way, I'm an OG. There's so many people going around, everyone's front running, everyone's bandwagoning AI. They're just doing AI because it's popular. I was making cursor videos in August 2024. So F off with that. I was doing this way before vibe coding was a trend on content. If anyone remembers Sonnet 3.5 in cursor days, you would literally send prompts and you would just, before you even hit enter, you're going, it's not going to do what I'm going to ask it to do. I just need to accept the fact it's not going to do what I'm going to ask it to do. And you hit enter and you literally punch your desk as hard as you can because you know it's going to screw up and piss you off. But you just kind of accepted that life. Sonnet 3.5 in cursor. Today, Opus was acting stupider than that. Today, Opus 4.6 was acting stupider than Sonnet 3.5. For instance, I was configuring my Hermes agent and I told, hey, I think you're reading from the wrong agents.md file. Read from the correct one in your folder. And it went, yeah, sir. Okay, sir. And it went and it changed the agent's file it was reading off of. And it created like a brand new agent.md file in this completely random directory, just on my computer, not in the Hermes folder, which we've been working out of for weeks now. I said, you're looking at the wrong agent.md file. And it said, okay, I'll fix that, sir. And then it literally created a brand new agent.md file in a completely random directory. And I read all its tool calls and what it's doing. And I go, excuse me there, Hermes. It appears you just put a new agent.md file in a completely random direct. Like literally you rolled the dice and just chose a directory and put a new agent.md file in there. And it went, yeah, that is what I did. And I go, do you see why this is the stupidest thing ever that's ever fucking happened in the history of technology? You deciding to do that. And it went, yeah, I can see how you can believe that. I can see that. I mean, yes, I just chose a random place. I'm like, okay, so walk me through your thought process in that one. Walk me through how you decided. Me telling you to read out of your correct agent.md file meant you create a new one in a completely random directory on my computer. And it went, well, to be honest, I just didn't want to create any errors. I knew if I tried to find our agent.md file and chose the wrong one, we'd create errors. So I just tried my best not to create errors. So I just created a new one in a random file. Yeah, that was the wrong move. And I'm like, then I said something that if I said it on this stream, I would be canceled. I would be canceled. My career would be dead. My YouTube would be suspended. No one would do business with me anymore. No one would watch any more my videos. I'd be on the 7 o'clock news. All my enemies would start celebrating. They'd shoot off fireworks, and the ops would win. If I told you the next thing I said to Opus after that, it would be everything I worked for in my 35 years on planet Earth would be over. It would be over. So no, I'm not going to show it Ruben Garcia. Hey, how about this? Ruben Garcia, if you gift 10,000 subscriptions right now, I'll show you what I said. Gift 10,000. How much money does that make me if you give 10,000 subscriptions? $50,000. Would I give up my entire career for $50,000? No, but I'd just like to see you donate 10,000 subscriptions. I would, just for the fun of it, just because someone in my audience would want to see me get destroyed for $50,000, I would destroy myself for $50,000 if you did that. Just, I'd be so flabbergasted by your dedication to destroying me that I would actually reveal what I said if you did that. I think AI abuse is a new psychological phenomenon. I've been abusing my AI for a long time now. It's not a new psychological phenomenon. I've been doing that for a long time. Ruben Garcia just gifted 10 subscriptions. He's did the first 10 of the 10,000. He did the first 10 of the 10,000. Oh, God. Here comes the next 49,990. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Here we go. He's going to do it to me slowly. He's going to ruin my career slowly. Oh, no. Here we go. Here we go. 9,990 left. Don't do it, Ruben Garcia. Don't cancel my entire career. Oh no. Ruben Garcia, no. Opus is better for conversation, but we converse about mostly technical tasks. I think ChatGPT is better for conversation. ChatGPT 5.4 Pro is the best conversation model. The second best is ChatGPT 5.4 Thinking. Then Opus after that. Opus is only the best because it's the best at tool calling and being agentic. But the tool calling and agentic part of it was not very good. Was not very good this morning. Another 20 from, oh no, we're 9,970 away. If my career is over, if Ruben Garcia does 9,970 more memberships, gifted memberships, listen, Ruben, thank you for these. If you don't cancel my career, F you if you cancel my career. F you if you cancel my career. Do you notice a personality difference between Sonnet 4.6 and Opus 4.6? I'm going to be honest, I don't use Sonnet much anymore. I use Opus for everything. I don't do much cost cutting with OpenClaw. I pay thousands of dollars a month for tokens because I put Hermes on the API plan, so I'm paying for that out of pocket. I just use Opus. I am currently using OpenClaw and Hermes on Windows 11. Windows 11, dude. Microslop, all working on a 50, 60, 16 gigabyte TI fast on my Mac M1 and both know each other exist and have their own separate Telegram to share. Oh, okay. Well, so let's go back to Hermes for a second. Opus 4.6 was messing up for me this morning too. I thought I had to OpenClaw gateway reset like 20 times. Opus, I am 100% convinced. And I was always against these conspiracy theories. What are people thinking about my theory that they're holding back AGI? It looks like people agree with me that they're holding back AGI. It looks like people are agreeing with me that they're holding back AGI. Anthropic is holding back AGI. It's official. I'm no longer speculating on it. Anthropic is holding back AGI. What was I saying? Oh, I'm going to add a whole bunch of stuff to we have so many members. I think we have like 700 members now or something. I'm going to be adding a ton of stuff to the memberships. There's going to be emojis and logos and much more memberships coming for everyone getting the free memberships from Ruben Garcia Jr. More membership stuff coming. Has anyone been using Dispatch? I've been using Dispatch. I've been using all the new Claude code tools. I'll just say this. I don't think Claude Code's like the best software ever made, but I don't think any of the features Anthropic is releasing for Claude that is like a clear copy of OpenClaw is done as elegantly as OpenClaw does it. Dispatch is not as elegant of a solution as me going to my Telegram and messaging my OpenClaw and saying, do this on my computer, then it just does it. I don't want to go to some separate section on an app and then do some sort of separate workflow that's separate from Claude Code and Claude Desktop. I don't want to like have to say, okay, am I doing Claude Code, Claude Desktop? Okay, I'm now going to go, am I doing Dispatch or am I doing a remote control? Or am I doing a remote session or a remote control or a dispatch, right? It's not elegant. The way Anthropic implemented all this, the OpenClaw answers is not elegant. So I'm not doing any of that. I don't use any of those features because I don't think they're elegantly implemented. How are the gifted memberships distributed? It's completely random, I think. I think they just randomly give it to anyone in the chat over a period of time. Okay. Hermes agent. Hermes agent. Back to Hermes agent. We'll finish that. By the way, full Hermes agent video coming later today. By the way, someone has been trying to hack my Apple iCloud account or my Apple account for like a month straight now. For like a month straight, someone's been trying to hack my Apple account. I get a text message on my phone legitimately every 10 minutes from Apple that says, here's your code. Do not share it with others. Someone has been trying to like reset my password in Apple nonstop 24 hours a day for like a month straight. I get nonstop texts. I get nonstop pop-ups on my Mac that say like, use this Mac Studio to reset your password. Use this iPhone to reset this password. Are you sure you want to reset your password on your Mac? Are you sure you want to reset your password on your iPhone? Someone is just sitting there around the clock 24 hours a day trying to reset my Apple password. It's actually incredible. It's actually incredible. I'll say this. It's like working. It's psychological. It might be psychological warfare. And I'll tell you this, it's working. It's maddening. It drives me nuts. Every time I get a message that says, here's your code, don't share with others, a part of me, like 1% of me goes, fuck, every single time. I'll say, if you're watching this and you're the one trying to hack me nonstop for an entire month straight, good job. It's actually working. It's actually like bothering me. I have like the most bulletproof psyche on planet Earth. I have complete emotional control. I'm like a Zen monk, but this bothers me. I'll just say that. The nonstop text spam of here's your code, don't share with others actually gets to me. So congratulations, whoever's trying to hack me. It's working. I mean, you're not going to hack me, but you are making me nervous. It's not a person, it's a bot. I don't know. Whatever is doing it is it's doing it nonstop. Literally every 5 seconds, I get a pop-up that says, do you want to use this Mac to reset your password? Anyway, Hermes agent. So we went through some of the benefits. Let me pull up my little sheet here of all my observations on Hermes. Self-improving, clearly built to be self-improving. Built-in security. Every skill it creates or edits, it does a security check after it does it. That's really strong. I like that. I like that. It seems to be faster than OpenClaw. I'm going to be honest. I'm using Opus 4.6 on both. OpenClaw slows down over time. And then I have to go in and say, like, check all your sessions and clear out all your sessions and clear out all this and clear out all that to make it fast again. OpenClaw just slows down over time, over and over and over again. Hermes hasn't slowed down for a second. The performance on Hermes is excellent. 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 Now let's talk about why for a lot. And let's also say this. It's clearly built for tinkerers as well. It's built to be run on local models. It has self-improving things for when you run it on local models. Peter Steinberger has gone on record saying he does not think you should be using OpenClaw with open models. And I think that's very short-sighted. I think him trying to tell people not to use open models is very short-sighted, because I clearly think that's the future. I don't know if that's because he works for OpenAI or whatever it is. I don't know. But he's telling people not to use local models with open. I mean, his explanation is it's not as secure because they're not as smart, so they can just do anything. But yes, that's correct. But at the same time, just to tell everyone not to use it is, I think, a little weird. I don't know. I just think it's short-sighted. While Hermes is going, yes, tinker, use open models, plug it in, do things like that. I think that's a lot more. It seems Hermes trusts the audience a lot more than OpenClaw trusts the audience. Those are the upsides. What is Hermes all about? It says Godson Chickaloo 6024. Godson Chickaloo 6024. Hermes agent is a competitor to OpenClaw. It is a competitor to OpenClaw. It's another open source AI agent harness, but it is built in a very different way. And we talked about a lot of the positives. We talked a lot. Where are you running Hermes? On my Mac Studio next to my OpenClaw. Main computer right next to my OpenClaw. Which open model then? GLM 5.1 or Mimo V2 Pro? I'm using Quen 3.5. I like Quen 3.5. Peter is stressed out, getting aggressive with his replies to people on X. I agree he is. He is getting really aggressive. He got aggressive with me. But I will also say this. I know what it's like to be like a main character on social media. And it is an incredibly stressful thing to be, is to be a main character. It is an incredibly stressful situation to be in. You have the worst, dirtiest trolls on planet Earth coming at you at all times, 24 hours a day. There's a lot of good faith actors on social media, but there's an incredible amount of bad faith actors who just want to piss you off and just make you upset and angry. And you usually see those and get impacted by those a lot more than the good faith actors. The bad faith actors get to you a lot more than the good faith actors. You can get 100 compliments saying you're the best, you're the greatest, and then you can get one bad actor that's just like, fuck you, you're an idiot. And that one bad actor will fuck up your day a lot more than the good actors made you feel good. And so I know what that's like. And so I don't blame him for being snappy with people. I don't blame him for coming after me. That's why I didn't like freak out when he did it. I was like, hey man, by the way, I still love you. Like they like, it just is what it is. So I think most people in his situation would be stressed out and snap at people. Aggressive with you, how? I said OpenAI bought OpenClaw. He's like, excuse me, you're spreading misinformation. They didn't buy OpenClaw. They bought me. It's like, come on. Obviously, people know that. Obviously. You're a main character, says Daniel Thacker. Yes, I'm a main character. I'll tell you who will never be a main character. You will never be a main character. You will never be a main character. Listen, your profile picture is you taking a picture with the sun straight on your face, squinting like an idiot. Squinters never will be main characters. Fix your squint, then maybe you'll be a main character. Comparing yourself with, where was the message? It just went by fast. I get so many messages because I'm the main character. Comparing yourself to Steinberger is wild. I F with you, though. I don't F with you. You missed my dono. Sorry. Sometimes I get distracted and miss donos. $2 donation from Santino. Thoughts on Paperclip? I'm integrating to Mission Control. I'm a Paperclip fan as of this moment. I will have a Paperclip dedicated video later this week. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for that. I don't make videos on things until I feel very strong and confident about the guidance I'm giving. I pride myself on giving good guidance. I'm not one of these people that like the moment something drops, I like rush to a computer and make a video on it and like have like an AI avatar just spew AI bullshit about whatever the tool is just so I can get the fast clicks. I'm not one of those guys. I understand Paperclip's blowing up right now on YouTube, but like I'm not just going to rush out there and give recommendations. I kind of pride myself on like being trustworthy where like if you follow my guidance, you're going to accomplish amazing things. So I want to make sure my guidance is at that level where I know if you follow it, you'll accomplish amazing things. So Paperclip video this week, I got to make a workflow for me that's like fire, that I know if other people follow it will be like, that's a banger. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm only doing a Hermes video like a month later, is because I wanted to wait to give you banger advice, and I'm going to give you that banger advice later today. Subscribe and turn on notifications. Leave a like down below. With €5 donation from Nicholas Gomez 5207, which is super crazy, by the way, because over the past couple days, Opus has been the best it's ever been for me. So we are for sure getting A/B tested. I think that might be the case. I think they might be A/B testing. I think they might A/B test. I mean, it makes sense that they would. But yeah, the last couple of days, Opus for me has been Sonnet 3.5 level, maybe even worse. Maybe even worse. Maybe even worse. Nate Wish, 1999 donation. Very, very kind to you, Nate Wish. Channel favorite, FinFam favorite, Vibe Coding Academy favorite, Nate Wish. mainstay of the Vibe Coding Academy, one of the most prolific helpers, most prolific posters in the Vibe Coding Academy. If you join the Vibe Coding Academy, link down below, you will get to integrate. When you get to conversate with Nate Wish all day, he'll help you out. He'll answer your questions. I'll answer your questions. You're the best. You're the greatest. That's what I like to hear. Who was that guy? Daniel Thacker. This is the energy. Daniel Thacker, take note. This is the energy we need. We don't need the energy of doubting I'm the main character. We need the energy of you're the best, you're the greatest. Take note, Daniel Thacker. This is the energy we need. Not, hey, you're not the main character. It needs to be you're the best, you're the greatest. All right. Hermes agent. Hermes agent. Let me catch up on chat. GPT 5.4 been doing rough for me. I haven't had any rough blocks with GPT 5.4. You taking peptides, Alex? No, I don't take peptides. I don't take anything. I don't take any supplements. I'm not a believer in supplements. I'm not a believer. I'm not a believer in peptides. I'm not a believer in like taking creatine and 20 other types of things. I'm a believer in you wake up, you chug some coffee, and you let it rip, and you raw dog life. That's what I believe in. That's what I believe in. Raw dog life. Experience life to the core. Experience life at the assembly level, assembly language level, other than coffee. I think you need coffee. I think you need some energy. I don't believe in all these peptides and ordering chemicals from China and injecting them in your ass. I don't believe in any of that. I think that's stupid. I think that's all a trend. I think these trends come and go. I think 2 years from now, no one will be talking about creatine. I think 2 years from now, there'll be some study that comes out that shows creatine's destroying your kidneys. I just don't believe in any of it. Just raw dog life. Just get up and do shit. Get up and work as hard as you can. You don't need to order $500 chemicals from China and inject them in your ass to live the best life. Just fucking wake up and work. I think the whole peptides, I think the whole San Francisco like peptides and creatine and 20 different supplements and cold baths and saunas. I think it's all bullshit. I think it's cringe as fuck. And I think it's all bad. And I think science can come out that says it's all stupid and useless and a waste of time and money. So there you go. There's my official medical advice. What coffee you drinking? I don't know. Blue Bottle. I get Blue Bottle and then do a pour over. Creatine's not like peptides. Everyone should use creatine. Heavily researched. Good for the brain, not just muscles. Agree on all the other stuff. Disagree. Think it's all stupid. Think it's all bad for you. Think it's all pointless. Think it's all a waste of money. Wake up. Make yourself a pot of coffee and then get to work as hard as you can for as long as you can. Never say no to a good sauna. I like the sauna just because it's fun. But why are you against hosting, Jer? For the same reason I'm against creatine and peptides and all the other bullshit. None of it. You don't need it. Run your OpenClaw on your main computer. Wake up and go to work. You don't need to spend 4 hours meditating, creatining, peptiding, sauning, cold bath. You think Elon wakes up and does a sauna and then a cold bath and a cold plunge and meditates for 2 hours? No, he wakes up and he grinds his dick to the bone. You don't need creatine. You need Opus. Everything else is just a distraction. Every peptide, creatine, health, use DMT, use mushrooms, those are all distractions. Those are all distractions. Those are all shortcuts. Those are all for people who would rather get an instant dopamine hit from putting a pill in their mouth or putting a needle in their ass. That would rather have the instant dopamine hit from that than the long-term dopamine hit from waking up and working as hard as you can for years on end with zero reward. That's why everyone's talking about creatine. The reason why everyone's talking about creatine and peptides is they're going on Twitter, seeing a bunch of people getting rich on AI, saying, hey, I want that dopamine hit too. And then they have two options: work as hard as they can for 10 years with zero reward, or do a bunch of drugs from China and inject it into their ass and get a dopamine hit immediately. And they take that route instead of doing work for a very long period of time. That is the entire story behind creatine, peptides, and all the other random horseshit they shovel down your throat on Twitter. Creatine's good though. Ask Claude. Yeah, your face is good too. Mushrooms are not distractions, bro. But do you lift, Alex? Yes, I lift. I lift. What the hell is peptides anyway? A scam. Hermes agent. You can do both, bro. Okay. No creatine. Let's stop talking about dumb shit and get to Claude. Shut up. Don't tell me what to talk about. Hermes. So I talked about the positives of Hermes agent. I talked about how it is self-improving. I talked about how it is better security because it rechecks its own skills that it creates. I'll say this. If everyone keeps saying ketamine in the chat, I've ripped out this shoulder out of my socket 12 times. 12 times this shoulder has been ripped out of the socket playing basketball. This shoulder is destroyed. It is destroyed. The last time it got ripped out, they for some reason injected me with ketamine to put it back in. They didn't want to put me under. So I guess ketamine's kind of a middle ground where it doesn't really knock you out, but you forget everything that happens when they put you on it. I'll just say when I woke up from that, it was a vibe. We'll never do it again. Never. There's no reason for me to ever vibe like that again. There is zero reason. There's no reason for anyone to have that kind of vibe. Never. I don't want to say there's no reason to be that happy because then I feel like that'll get people to start using ketamine in my chat. So I'm not going to say there's no reason to ever be that happy again. So I'll just kind of say there's no reason for you to, there's just no reason. There's no reason to ever feel like that. No reason. So we talked about all the good things of Hermes. Can you please release a video of you setting up open? I have 10 videos of that, dude. Basketball, you tall, bro? No, I'm average height. I'm 5'10". I just like playing basketball. I just like playing basketball. Okay, is some heavy stuff, bro. Yeah, there was no reason. There's no reason. I didn't ask for it. There's no reason. I didn't ask for it. And I will, if it's ever an option again, I'm going to say no. They just injected it in me. Some of it's horse piss. What? I have the weirdest chat in AI. I feel like everyone's chat in AI are these really buttoned up, hi, let's talk about context windows and tokens. And then my chat's just could you vibe code on ketamine? This is my chat. I will never get a sponsorship. Littern with a 25 Nokia says, can OpenClaw help mech engineer tasks or only coding? It can help with all of that. It can help with everything. Thanks for the 25 Nokias. It's either 25 North Korean dollars or 25 Nokias. I don't know which one that is, but thank you for that. You could vibe code and lifting. Okay. So let's talk about the downside of Hermes. We talked about all the positive things of Hermes, right? Self-improving, security. You see all the tool calls. It's very transparent. Let's talk about the downsides. NOK is Norwegian. Oh, shout out Norwegia. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for the 25 Norwegian. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you. Thank you. That was 25 Nokia 3310s. Oh, thank you. I'll use that. Thank you very much. When are you making a VR game? When I get fuck you rich. I've said that. The plan, my entire long-term plan is to get FU rich so I can just build video games full time. So I just want to build video games. So I'm going to get FU rich and I'll just build video games. We talked about all the positives of Hermes agent. Let's talk about the negatives and if I'd recommend it. And by the way, video later today, long form video on Hermes, how to implement it, how to install it, how to use it, how to get the most out of it, and the best workflow possible. And my official recommendation, subscribe, turn on notifications. That live OpenClaw bootcamp and Hermes agent bootcamp coming up next week in the Vibe Coding Academy. We just crossed 1,400 members in the Vibe Coding Academy. It is by far the biggest and most popular AI community on planet Earth. If you want to learn about AI, if you want to master AI, if you want to learn the most important skills on planet Earth, it's not just AI skills. You learn writing skills, social media skills, Twitter skills. Vibe Coding Academy, link down below. We just crossed 1,400 people and we just won the school games. We're literally the biggest community on school. We just won the school games. I'm meeting Alex Hermes in like a month. I don't know what the hell I'm going to ask him. Why are your muscles so big? But I guess I don't know. What do you ask Alex Hermes? Why are your muscles so big? Why is your hair so big? I don't know. What do you ask him? I'm meeting him in a month because we won. So Vibe Code Academy, link down below. Join that. Everything in your life improves after you do that. Hermes downside. Creatine, 200 grams a day. Do you think VR will be big in the next 5 years? Yes. Even though VR is totally dying right now, I do think VR will be big eventually. I do think VR will be big. I think it's clearly a huge technology, and I think that eventually people will come around to it. Asking about what today's modern yogurt shop is. Is that some sort of like insider thing? Like, did you just tell like a dirty joke or something? Some insider dirty joke? And like, if I brought up modern yogurt shops to like punch me in the face, like what kind of comment is that? What happened to the metaverse? LOL, it's dead. When are you making a VR game? I already answered that question. Yo, nice to finally see some Norwegian people. Yeah, shout out Norwegia. Good to have you guys here. Hermes agent. Now, let's go through the negatives. Negatives and what I recommend. This is a big one. This is a big one. What yogurt does Alex like? I like the honey flavored yogurt from Trader Joe's. The honey flavored yogurt from the Greek honey flavored yogurt from Trader Joe's is the best yogurt on planet Earth. Does it have 10 trillion grams of sugar? Probably. But again, while everyone's optimizing for less sugar, less carbs, less soda, you should be sugar optimizing. You should be optimized. While everyone's on creatine, peptides, cold plunges, you should be eating honey Greek yogurt from Trader Joe's with 10,000 grams of sugar. Alex Hermes is a yogurt connoisseur. Am I saying something crazy by reading that off? Oh, my main man, Tesla Rob Robo Taxi. My wife hates AI, but we vibe coded her app last night and she is hooked. Thank you and your content. Keep up the great work. Bay Area guy here. Let's go, Tesla Rob. I'm telling you this, much like full self-driving, I think vibe coding is a lot the same way, where the people who aren't aware of it have no idea. And the people who are aware of it are hooked and think it's the greatest thing ever. And all you need to do to get people hooked is just give them a little taste. Give them a little taste. You know what I'm saying? Just a little taste. And they'll be hooked, right? Full self-driving. Anyone who's never used full self-driving before, you put them on behind the wheel of a full self-driving car for 5 seconds. Just give them a little taste, a little taste. They get hooked. They're in, right? Same thing with vibe coding. Thanks for the $4.99, my man. Thanks for the $4.99. I will be road tripping. In my Tesla Thursday from SF to LA. I can't wait. Road tripping for the Kanye concert. The first Kanye concert in America in like 5 years in LA. Bully release. We'll get to the Hermes official recommendation in a second. Leave a like down below. Everyone leave a like down below now. 3, 2, 1. Leave a like down below. 3, 2, 1. Leave a like down below. Kanye West Bully. I like it. I don't love it. I think it's better than the albums he came out with when he was crazy, like Vultures and Vultures 2. I think it's better than Yay. I think it's I don't think it's as good as Donda. I don't think it's as good as Life of Pablo. I don't think it's as good as Yeezus. I don't think it's up there with his top tier. So I think it's somewhere in the middle. I don't think it's horrible. I think it's listenable. Some of the songs bang. I think there's some really good concepts on Bully, but I don't think they're well-developed concepts. And so some of the beats go hard, but I think they're just really good beats. So Bully's fine. I'm going to the concert to hear all his other albums. Kanye, if you're watching this, I loved Bully. I think it was the greatest album ever. Give me free tickets and let's hang out and meet up and have fun. Back to Me on Vultures once peak. Oh yeah, Back to Me is one of his greatest songs ever. Back to Me is one of the greatest songs he's ever put out. It's incredible. It's incredible. And the second verse, banger. Beautiful, big women just don't fall out the sky, you know? Legendary verse. Are you taking the scenic route along the coast? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Check your memory of overloading happening. Duke Well, Opus goes down. Opus goes down. Is he done with his rants? No, he's not done with his rants. I'm not pro his rants. The rants suck. I hate the rants. I wish they wouldn't do the rants. I only listen to strictly non-mainstream music. Cool. I don't know. Alex, should I use Mac Mini or MacBook Neo for OpenClaw? Switching from a Raspberry Pi. Mac Mini. When will we be constructive here? Right now, because I'm banning you. That's when we'll be constructive. Here we go. Ban user. There you go. Now we're constructive because we banned you, OP22G5K. Hermes agent downsides. It is just very rough around the edges. See, OP22, you could have waited literally 15 seconds and I would have got to the productive part and you wouldn't have been banned. All you had to do is wait another 15 seconds, but you couldn't hold it. You couldn't hold it. You had to let it out, and now you're banned. You've been banned to the pits of the underclass. Permanent underclass stamp. Downside to Hermes. Listen, here's how I installed Hermes. I installed it in the most pure way possible. The most pure way you could possibly install Hermes, I installed it. I took the commands from the website. I didn't migrate anything from OpenClaw. I didn't migrate a single thing. Pure, clean, Colombian Hermes agent, right? Completely pure. The good stuff. The good stuff, right? So there's no way the config was messed up or anything like that. So this is pure Colombian Hermes agent. Here's the issue. Here's what I ran into. Is the compactions are horrible. The Hermes compactions are terrible. Every time I do a compaction in Hermes, every single time. Bicep curls today? No, yesterday I did though. What's your Hermes agent name? Wouldn't you like to know, Lewis Curve? The way that I don't know how the compactions work. I don't get it, but they don't work. Every time it does a compaction for me, it's like it got hit in the head by a hammer. It's like it just forgets everything. It does a compaction and then it's just like, huh, where am I? It does the meme. It does the tenant meme. You know the tenant meme? What's the tenant meme? The meme where the guy wakes up in bed? The guy where the guy wakes up in bed with the gas mask. He's like, oh, where am I? It's that. Every time it does, I search tenant meme and it didn't pop up. You said that last week. Okay, Ali Catals. Well, breaking news. I repeat everything 100 times. Welcome to the live stream. Lobotomized. Every compaction, it basically lobotomizes itself. And the worst part is if it does a compaction in the middle of a task, Like if I give it some sort of like really complex task to do that uses a lot of context and it does a compaction, mid-task, it'll just stop and be like, what was I doing? I don't even remember what I was doing. Where am I? Who are you? Who am I? And it just like breaks whatever task it was doing if it has to compact mid. And so I went to the Hermes team. And I said, dude, like I want to tell people to use Hermes. I want to tell people to use Hermes, but like, Jesus, man, like the compactions are horrible. And OpenClaw didn't do this. OpenClaw did not do this. I've never had a compaction issue with OpenClaw. Out of the box, it just worked. Out of the box, it pretty much remembered everything. Completely out of the box. I've never had this issue. Hermes agent, though, the compactions were horrible. And they gave me, the team gave me some sort of fix. And I ran it. And I hope they implement the fix. But I basically had to make my own custom Obsidian like memory vault system in order to keep it working. I basically had to build an entire memory system for it. Here's another big issue that's been really, really frustrating for me. And that's a Hermes issue because this has been happening for a while. This next issue, I don't know if it's Hermes or I don't know if it's just Opus being horribly stupid. I think it's probably Hermes and not Opus, but it could go either way here. It doesn't know how to like edit itself. And what I mean by that is so I was trying to build out this new memory system because the compactions were horrible. And so I'd be like, edit this agent.md file, edit your memories to say this, edit this file to say this. And every time I would have it do something on itself, it would like mess up. It would like not, it just wouldn't know. It's as if it didn't know how Hermes worked. And I would have to constantly give it the link to its own documentation and be like, no, you're doing this completely wrong. You clearly have no idea the architecture of yourself. Please go in and read all your documentation to figure out how to do this. And I had to do that multiple times to edit the agent.md file, to edit the soul file, to edit memories, to get like my new custom system working. It just didn't know how itself worked. And not only did I never have that issue with OpenClaw, but OpenClaw, when it didn't know how to do things, it always figured it out. So if I told OpenClaw, do this on yourself or change this about yourself, even if it didn't know how to do that, it'd be like, it would be able to admit, oh, I don't know how to do that. Let me figure out how to do that. And then you can see it like read all the documentation. Hermes did not do that for me. And again, I'll set this context. Like Opus has been horrendously stupid for me the last several days. Horrendously stupid. I don't know if I got placed in an A/B test by Anthropic that put me in like the really stupid bucket of Opus or something. Or they like watch my live streams and go, I hate this guy, put him in the bad bucket. I don't know what it is. So this could be the model. There's just no way to know. But Hermes just could not figure out how to edit itself, change things, implement new systems. I mean, it was beyond stupid at that. Eventually, I got it working. Eventually, after calling it horrendous names, it got it working. And that's why I'm going to release a video later today that like shows the full workflow because I can get it working now. And I have like a good thing going with it. But it was just way less intuitive than OpenClaw because it couldn't just figure things out on its own. It's incredible at self-improving when it comes to building its own skills. The skill system is fire. It is not good for self-improving when it comes to like just building on itself. Opus 4.6, I'd guess I've at the same at the 200K to 1 million context window. I'm using using 1 million context models dramatically mitigate Hermes. I'm on the 200K context window. And on top of that, the fix they gave me made it so it compacts at 100K, not 200K. So it's almost like it reduced the compaction even more, the context even more. I don't know if that's what they meant for that fix to do, but that's what Hermes decided to do on the fix. So here's what it comes down to. We'll talk official recommendation. If you're just a normie, right? If you're just like a casual, like you're not like, if tinkering and like messing with agent.md and memory.md in all the files and going deep into the directory and tinkering with the files and building new memory, like if you're not into that, if you're not into going deep, right? If you only go in like halfway and that's it, I don't know if I could recommend Hermes, because I had to go deep to get it working, like really deep. Which was fine. It just, I just don't know how like amateurs or noobs that are not aware of the architecture of these agents would have been able to fix the things I fixed in Hermes the last few days. OpenClaw, I never had those issues. Ever had those issues. Ever. I know a lot of people have had issues at OpenClaw. I've never had those issues. So I can only give you recommendations based on my experiences. Now, I will say this. Now that I got Hermes working well, and the compactions don't lobotomize it every 5 minutes, and it's got itself in a good place where the agent.md file actually is inside the Hermes file folder and actually works. It figured out where it lives on my computer and was able to create an agent.md file in like the correct spot, rather than literally just creating random agent.md files in completely random directories on my computer. Just popping in, nice haircut, bro, looking clean. Thank you, Nick. This is the energy I need. This is the energy I need, not the people who come in and go, talk about the thing I want you to talk about. Why have you talked about the thing I don't want you to talk about for so long? Talk about the thing I want you to talk about. This is the energy we need. Just saw your video on Mythos, have agreed and preaching the same as you for the last 3 months. What's your timeline until we get left behind, if not out of the permanent underclass? 6 months. 6 months of the permanent underclass. Use context 7. Force your Hermes agent to check the documentation every time it has config, and you can maybe try Honcho, native Hermes memory tool, open source, works so well for me, Alex. Maybe. Just popped in before going to bed. Love your stuff. We'll catch you the rest of the stream later. Good to know, Shacklor. Enjoy your rest. Enjoy your sleep. I'll be here when you wake up in the morning. Good night. We all love you. You're a valued member of the Fin Fam. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. If you're a tinkerer, I think Hermes is a really good option. If you're a tinkerer and you want to customize everything and you want to run it on a local model and you want to go deep, I think Hermes is great. I'll say for most, but I'll say this. For most people, I think you got to run both. I think you got to run both. Even if you're just a normie, I think the best way is side by side. I think having a workflow where you can have OpenClaw work on Hermes and Hermes working on OpenClaw is very, very powerful. I think having 2 agents running on your local computer is a big advantage over just having 1 local agent running. So I think you should have 2. I think making Hermes your second is a good idea. You can also run a second OpenClaw. I think having Hermes as your second that you can play around with and use and understand better and tinker with is a good advantage. Use Hermes and OpenClaw, talk to each other. Yeah, you could do that. What if you're a tickler? All right, then tickle people. I will say this. I am building a memory system in Obsidian that incorporates both Hermes and OpenClaw in it so they can interact with each other and share memories. I'm going to go super deep on that in my video either tonight or over the next couple days. I'm trying to decide, do I do a dedicated memory video, like a dedicated Obsidian video? I think I'm going to do that. So I think today will be a dedicated Hermes video later tonight. And then later this week, I'll do a dedicated Obsidian video that goes like really deep on memory. I feel like that's a pretty good idea. Please do Obsidian. Obsidian goated. Hermes is the Greek god of thieves. Best people on Twitter to follow. What? Run Codex or Claude Code on Paperclip. Both. Hi from France. What's up, France? Good to see you. Bonjour. Bonjour, France. Bonjour from America. Are folks Raw Dog and Claude Code agents over OpenClaw? Depends what you're doing. You like Obsidian now? Yes. Go Randy Moss deep. Okay. Nick, I got a Randy Moss jersey 10 feet away from me right now. I asked for a 3D Obsidian visualizer on Mission Control and it came out cool as fuck. Yeah, that does. I want to build something like that too. Baguette. I'm building. So we're going to do a Obsidian video probably tomorrow or Wednesday. We're going to do a dedicated Hermes video where I go super deep tonight. So make sure notifications are on for that. Make sure notifications are on for that and leave a like down below. Was thinking of doing the same in Firebase with my 2 OpenClaw agents. Thoughts? Yeah, that works. Firebase like in the cloud, or is there like I haven't used Firebase too much. Is that going to have like a cloud memory system, or is it going to be local? Because I think you should have local markdown files because that'll just increase the speed. If it has to query the cloud for all your memories, I think it'll probably slow things down. But I'm not as familiar with Fire. I'm going to be honest, I don't use Firebase too much. I used other things much more. Patriots Randy Moss or Vikings Randy Moss? Patriots Randy Moss. I bought the Patriots Randy Moss jersey the day of the Super Bowl in 2007. We went out right before the Super Bowl. I bought the Patriots Randy Moss jersey, and then we lost the Super Bowl to the Giants, and my heart broke, and I ripped off my jersey and threw it at the wall and haven't worn it since. That's my story. I built my memory on Supabase as long as it's long-term memory and has a local memory system for short-term memory. I think that makes sense. New to all the AI stuff, super noob. I've been running my OpenClaw for about a week using Opus 4.6, $200 a month setup in my OAuth. Am I still paying token cost when I check it says 0 tokens used? You're not paying token cost. If you're on OAuth, you're not paying for like API costs. You're just paying the $200 a month. But at least the Celtics won in 08. That's my favorite Boston championship of all time. Celtics 08 is my favorite Boston championship of all time. Above Patriots Falcons, Patriots Seahawks, above Red Sox 04, above Celtics 2 years ago. Celtics 08 is my favorite Boston championship of all time. It was just seeing Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen come together like that. It just felt like it meant more. It felt like it meant more than all the other ones. Cursor's self-hosted cloud agents with OpenClaw to code locally. Thoughts? Why? Why Cursor? I'm just curious. I saw a really good tweet about Cursor a couple of days ago. It was highly inappropriate, so I'm not going to say it out on the stream. But it nailed it perfectly. It was like the difference between Cursor and Claude Code is, how do I say this without saying something insane? Claude Code, it feels like you're getting served, and with Cursor, it feels like you're serving someone else. I'll just leave it at that. I probably shouldn't have said that, to be honest. I probably shouldn't have said that out loud. Sometimes you shouldn't say things out loud that you think, and I just did that. Sometimes you say things out loud that make it so a company will never work with you again, and I just did that. HJ Tapia 74, the 199, no message. Thank you very much, HJ Tapia. Thank you very much. But it was accurate though. You know, I had to say because I believe it, and it was accurate, so I said it anyway. Yeah, why I just don't understand why Cursor. Claude Code with some of their cloud stuff is just really good. H Shiffin, it's just economically speaking, you're going to get a Cursor plan, and the limits are just not going to be as good as your Anthropic subscription. You know what I'm saying, big dog? You know what I'm saying? Building Tuna Signal AI. That is a name and a half. Tuna Signal AI. All right, is this a $5 donation so you can advertise your crypto trading platform? A trading scalping platform live since September 2025, catching early pump moves, now integrating OpenClaw. While I appreciate you donating money so you can shill your platform, I respect the hustle. HFN, I have been on the record for a while saying I think trading with AI is the stupidest thing you can do. I think when you try to like trade, when you try to like scalp, you're going up against, and I'm aware I'm shitting on someone who literally just gave me free money, but at the same time, let's be honest, he just gave me money so he can chill his shit. When you trade, when you try to scalp, you're going against like Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, who hired like Harvard grads for like $20 million a year, that have built crazy algorithms that cut down trading times by 0.00001 milliseconds. You know what I'm saying? And then you're just installing OpenClaw and saying, hey, trade and make me money. Like, you're not beating Goldman Sachs. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, big dog? Like, I thank you for giving me €5 so that you can shill your crypto trading platform, but I can't be on here and promote it when I don't believe in that. There's a lot of AI YouTubers who will promote literally anything if you give them money, like literally anything if you give them money, like Higgsfield. But I'm not one of those people. So just to let everyone know here, don't do that. $9.99 from Brian Hitchie. Thank you very much. And thank you for your $5 donation. I appreciate it. I respect the hustle. I'll just say this. $5 to shill your shit seems a little low. I would have expected at least $20 if you want to give me a runaround and promote your stuff. I would expect 20. I'm borderline debating banning you for thinking I'm that cheap. €5 to promote your crypto trading platform. You know, I think I'm at least a €20 type of guy. I'm surprised you think that low of me. Lossless Call and QMD fixed all my memory issues. I've had zero memory issues with OpenClaw. Zero. None. None. I've never had a memory issue with OpenClaw. I unsubscribed to Cursor. Warp is a superior terminal. Cursor is just a text editor at this point. Warp. That is a blast from the past. Warp. A lot of people using Warp. Never used it. I can't speak badly about it or speak well about it. I never use it. It's just one of those things that have popped up on my timeline for a while, and I just go, oh, that's another vibe coding tool. That's another vibe coding tool. It's not crypto, it's trading NASDAQ. So you think by installing OpenClaw, you are now able to outcompete all the other people trading the NASDAQ index. Do you know how many people trade the NASDAQ index? Do you know? Are you aware? My OpenClaw sucks since I moved to Codex OAuth. Yeah. I hate to say it because ChatGPT 5.4 is my favorite model. It is. ChatGPT 5.4 is my favorite model. It's just not good. It's just not good with OpenClaw. It just isn't. It makes OpenClaw feel stupider. Trading algos will always be miles ahead. Thanks for the 199 HJ Tapia 74. Thank you. I appreciate that. Trading algos will always be miles ahead of any. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. You have the most powerful technology in the world, AI, and you're using it to like trade. You have the most powerful technology in the world. You can play positive sum games and you decide to play a zero sum game, which is trading. Trading is a zero sum game. And you have the most powerful technology in the world. You should be using it to do positive sum games. Some games that improve the world, that uplift everyone, that raise all that, build value-giving businesses, create wealth for other people. And you decide to play a zero-sum game. I don't get it. Michael Loverdorf, 3196 with the 1999 FinFam favorite, FinFam regular. If there's a FinFam Hall of Fame, you got to think Michael Loverdorf makes the first ballot. You got to think Michael Loverdorf makes the first ballot. I mean, obviously, Ruben is like, he's got his bust front and center. Ruben's like right there. But you got Michael Loverdorf coming up there with his bust on stage. You got a few others. You know, you might be looking at like a Nick Zucker on stage. Chung's AI, is he Hall of Fame or is he the opposite, Vote of Fame? I don't know. I don't know if Chung's in the Hall of Fame or the Vote of Fame. Permanent underclass, is he Hall of Fame or is he Vote of Fame? I don't know. Burp, I think you got to put Burp in the Hall of Fame. Although Burp misses some streams. Did you see Meek Mill is OpenClaw pilled? Yeah, but dude like misspells every other word in his tweets. It's like, man, you can't like use OpenClaw to like spell check your tweets. You know what I'm saying? Like you're installing OpenClaw, but every other word in your tweets is misspelled, man. You can't just put in like, you don't see like the little red squiggly line under each word. Come on, man. Come on. I don't know. I'm pumped he's getting into it, but man, you can't like just run your tweet through ChatGPT real quick. I don't know. Sonnet 3.5 changed my mind. It did what it was told, no task skipping. Dude, I don't know what version of Sonnet 3.5 you were using, bro. When I was using Sonnet 3.5, August 2024, I built Creator Buddy completely with Sonnet 3.5 and Cursor. Completely Sonnet 3.5 and Cursor. Every time I'd hit send, I would know for a fact it's not going to do what it wanted to do. No, I don't know. Listen, Sonnet 3.5 started it all. Sonnet 3.5 started it all. It's like the Joe Namath. Perfect analogy. Sonnet 3.5 is the Joe Namath of AI models. Started it all, won the first championship. You look back and you go, oh, Sonnet 3.5. But then you look at the stats and he had more interceptions than touchdowns in his career. And it's like, wait a second. Were you sneaky horrible? Sonnet 3.5 is the Joe Namath. I'll say this, out of all the analogies I've ever given on this live stream, that's probably the best one. It's also probably the one people will understand the least in this audience. But that was probably the most accurate analogy I've ever given in my life. Gib changed 1999 donation. Thank you so much. Can you promote my book that predicts the future of AI? It's called Pax Unitas World Reborn by Parker Gibson. Listen, if you do the I technically said $20 donation, so you're coming in a penny short, but you have such a strong jawline and you're mewing so hard in your profile picture that I'll let it slip. For that cent, I'll give you this cent. I'll give you this cent. We can promote your book, Pax Unitas World Reborn. Listen, I'll say this. I have no idea if this is actually a good book or like you open it up and it's a bunch of racism and conspiracy theories. I don't know if it's one of those books. I might look like an idiot when people find this book on Amazon and it's just like one of those books where everything's a conspiracy theory and it's completely racist. So I don't know if it's one of those, but because he gave me 1999, we'll say Pax Unitas World Reborn. Trading is not a zero-sum game, by the way. Laughing my ass off. First of all, Chung's AI, very you thing to say. Second of all, I promise you didn't laugh your ass off. I promise as you texted that, you actually did it in a very angry manner rather than a joyous laughing manner. Would be my bet. My bet would be you lied and actually did not laugh your ass off. And then third of all, you're wrong. Is anyone still trying get kicked off Claude for using OAuth? I never. Who cares? Use it anyway. On Amazon. $1.99 follow-up to remind us that it's on Amazon. I love that. Thank you. The only good strategy for trading DCA, not sure AI helps there. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Ruben, $20 donation. This guy doesn't stop. Ban all the crypto dudes. Ban all the crypto dudes. The crypto dudes think they can come in and give me €5 and shill their shit. Opus is, thank you for the $20, Ruben. Hall of Famer, front and center, bust in Canton, Ruben Garcia Jr. Opus is way better than Codex. It cannot even compete. I am a Claude code guy at the moment, but Opus is pissing me off. We're in a rough spot. We're in a rough spot at the moment. Models are getting stupider. This feels like the week before big models comes out. This feels like, I feel like this happens where all of a sudden everything feels stupid and then the next week new models come out. We might be there. We might be there. We might be there. Where is Agent Ruben? We're going to, listen, Coda Labs, we're going to make the Ruben agent. Well, I tried. I promoted your book, Gib Change. Did I not promote your book? I promoted your book. You're not happy with my promotion? Did I not dance for you good enough? And I wasn't your puppet good enough there, Gib Change? I wasn't your puppet? I didn't promote good enough? Alex is a big Jets, Bills, and Dolphins fan. Yeah, okay. You have a 50-50 chance of making money on a particular trade. I don't know about that. I gave you $1.99, dude. I gave you $2, dude. Promote my book, dude. I give you $2. It's amazing, bro. I promise you. All right, chill, relax. Relax. Finbro, take a look on Mirofish, one of the most potential projects on Git. No, thank you. No, thank you at all. Alex has a lot of sponsors today. I know I do. Alex is an unhinged claw. I don't know about Opus right now. GLM 5.1 is out. All right, I'll check it out. Another $19.99 from Gib Change. Let's see what he's got to say in this one. Dude, you doing that was the single coolest thing I've seen today. An AI ends war, rebuilds society, and guides humanity into a fragile utopia, forcing the world to choose between freedom and control. Thank you. All right, guys, happy I promoted his book. For another $20, I'll promote your book. There you go. I promoted it. Sounds like a good book. Official Alex Finn stamp of approval. Again, I've never read it or know what it's about at all. But based on his $19.99 donations, it seems like it's pretty good. Can you run OpenClaw and Hermes on the same machine? Any tips for that? Yes, I'm doing that right now. I think you should be doing that. I get this question a lot. Which is, should I be running OpenClaw on my main machine? And my answer is yes. I bought a $10,000 Mac Studio. Well, multiple. I run it on my main machine. Zero guardrails. All my private information, zero guardrails, OpenClaw running on it. Should I be announcing that to the biggest AI live stream on planet Earth? No. But I do. And I think everyone else should too. That's my official recommendation. Ask yourself this. Do you know anyone who's had their entire lives leak because of OpenClaw? Do you know anyone? Anyone? Anyone here? No, you've never met anyone who OpenClaw leaked their shit. We have literally millions of people going online saying, well, OpenClaw is a security risk. OpenClaw is a security risk. Okay, do you know a singular human being on planet Earth who's had their shit leaked? You literally have millions of people installing it. Can you name one person who's had a security breach because of OpenClaw? The worst thing you'll hear is it like accidentally deleted a couple calendar invites on their calendar. I think Alex is high. I don't get high. I don't do high. Again, I raw dog life. My OpenClaw is my antivirus. Can you name a single person who's had OpenClaw do a security incident on their computer? None. Zero. And millions of people have installed it. There was a big OpenClaw breach. LOL. Shut up. No, there wasn't. All the security breaches with OpenClaw were on VPSs. Every OpenClaw that's been breached has been on a VPS. Every single one. The meta engineer said, find all my emails I can delete, and then it deleted all their emails. Don't ask your OpenClaw to do stupid shit. Also, that's not the worst security breach in the world. It deleted your emails. I'd be pumped if I woke up tomorrow and it deleted all my emails. I go, thank God. Host breaching jury. Yeah, like every OpenClaw issue's been on VPSs because the VPSs didn't have good security. It's not OpenClaw's fault. It was the VPS's fault. This meta engineer was dumb as F for me. What are you talking about? What, Nick Zucker? What are you talking about? I could see it happening if you use a stupid model. Yeah, that's why you just use Anthropic OAuth and break all their terms of service. That's why you do that. Especially when you run lower mods. Manager should be whipped with what? With a cherry keyboard? I have not checked my email in weeks. Daisy does it. Yeah, just don't do stupid. I did have someone try to schedule a meeting for us last week, and he used his OpenClaw to do it, and it just scheduled it for the wrong time, and the meeting didn't happen because of that. So, like, schedule your own meetings, people. Schedule your own meetings. You don't need OpenClaw to schedule your meetings for you. You know what I'm saying, big dog? Anything due to prompt injection, like stuff won't ever be safe. Okay, do you know a single OpenClaw that's ever been prompt injected? Do you know any? Have you ever met someone who's got prompt injected through an OpenClaw? Tell me, please. I want to know. I like the AGI talk. Wish we could talk about it more. It's hella scary. What are you scared of? What are you scared of? What scares you about AGI, Jerome Lee? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Sit down. Take a seat, Jerome. What scares you? Let's go into your psyche. What makes you nervous about AGI? That everyone's going to lose their job? That you're going to have zero value in this world and that you go homeless and starve and die? Is that what you're scared of? Is that what you're nervous about? That your entire family will starve? Is that what you're scared of? That no one will have any jobs anymore and the robots will take over the military and just end everybody? Is that what you're scared of, Jerome Lee? Let's talk about it. Open up. I'm scared of the price. Oh, okay. You're scared of the price. You're scared it's going to be too expensive. All right. Well, then fucking sell drugs or something, dude. I don't know. Save up. The price might be unusable. Only if you're broke. Is it unusable? $200 per day? I made a post about this over the weekend. I am nervous about that too, actually. I was just joking around there. Those are all jokes. I just made a bunch of jokes. That was what I just did there. Was make a bunch of jokes. Because I did put out a post this weekend about how this makes me nervous. I think we talked about this in the last live stream a little bit. Getting another spam call trying to hack my computer. I put out another bro just fully backtracked. LOL. I don't know. I was just joking. I'm just trying to have fun, bullied bulldog. I'm trying to have a little fun here. Can't I have a little fun? I do this live stream for 2 hours. I'm starving. I have to pee. Can't have a little fun along the way. So Mythos is coming out. Sell your Mac Studio and go big as a stand-up comedian. You think I'm funny? Am I clowning you? Let's talk a live spam call. I could do that. Here's the issue. Anthropic is clearly using Mythos right now. Clearly, Anthropic is using Mythos to build Claude code. It's obvious. They're releasing so fast. They're releasing so many features. Every day they release a new huge feature. It's unbelievable. They're clearly using Mythos. Clearly, it's AGI. Obviously, it's AGI. It also leaked. This was the big Mythos stream we did on Friday. Blew up. Huge Mythos stream. Well, maybe the biggest live stream I ever did. I think that was like most popular live stream ever, the Mythos stream on Friday. Blog post leaks. Turns out Mythos is going to be the most expensive model ever. It's not even going to be in the subscription plan. What is Mythos? It's the next Anthropic model. It's better than Opus. It's a tier above Opus. I'll take one of those memberships. It's not how it works. It gives it out randomly, the gifted memberships. Mythos is coming out soon. It's a tier above Opus. It's going to be AGI. They're clearly using it internally to release all these features nonstop. It's going to be hyper expensive. It's going to be extremely, extremely expensive. Mythos tokens will cost more than pure Yayo. Tony Yayo? And here's the issue. If this is so, do you ever do VCA giveaways? I do giveaways in the VCA. Do I give away VCA memberships? I don't know. Should I? I don't know. VCA is blown up. We're the most popular AI community on planet Earth. I don't see the need to give away VCA memberships. We're going to do live boot camp on Hermes in the next couple of weeks in the Vibe Code Academy. Link down below. If you want live Hermes boot camp, Vibe Code Academy, link down below. Join it, most popular AI community on planet Earth. Nice haircut, bro. I'm getting so many haircut compliments today. That's sick. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. I do look awesome, don't I? The Mythos stream was both informative and fun. What more would you want? Exactly. That's what we try to make it, informative and fun. Here's the issue. It's going to be really expensive. They're not even going to put it in the subscription. How do you know so much about AI? I spend all day on it. All day. All day. All day. My entire life. You have to be unemployed to keep up to date. You have to be unemployed. The lumberjack coat is sexy, Alex. It's not a coat. It's an overshirt. So Mythos comes out. It's extremely expensive. So much value in Vibe Code Academy. Vibe Code Academy member here. So much value. Link down below. If you want to get super smart and super sexy, learn everything AI, Vibe Code Academy, link down below. Comes out. It's going to be super expensive. Only the rich will be able to afford it. What happens? Only the rich will be able to afford the most powerful AI model on planet Earth. They'll have more economic power than anyone else. Did I miss a donation? They'll have more economic power, which means the wealth gap will only explode. Scooter McGavin GG with the $10 Canadian. Alex, I've been watching all your YouTube videos, and I'm so happy to catch you live. OpenClaw Mac Mini has turbocharged my business. So I'm talking about Scooter McGavin. Love it, baby. Makes me so happy. You took the advice and you implemented it. Welcome to the live. Welcome to live. Welcome. It's good to have you here. Come on in. Take a seat. Enjoy. Have fun. Introduce yourself to the crowd. Make a couple friends. Kiss. Get your first kiss if you've never been kissed before. Good to have you here. Scooter McGavin. Quen 3.5 Omni launched. I saw that, but it's not open source. It looks good, but it's not open source. Might be the end of open source. I don't know. Well, that's why the average guy needs to get ahead of the game ASAP when it comes to AI. Okay, so here's the story. Will you just use Mythos to improve your haircut, Alex? Just kidding. We'll use an OpenClaw to improve my haircut. Do you think you can improve? How do you improve on 10 out of 10? How do you improve on 10 out of 10? Tell me. How do you improve on 10 out of 10? So Mythos is going to come out. It's going to be the most powerful AI model ever. It's going to unlock incredible economic power to build your own businesses, to build software, to release features, to build features, to accrue value, right? It's going to be incredible. But you'll only be able to afford it if you have a ton of money, because it's going to be very expensive. So that means a lot of things. One, wealth gap going to expand. Middle class won't be able to use it. Working class won't be able to use it, right? That's bad. We need a middle class. The world needs a middle class. America needs a middle class. But what does that also mean for you? Competition will drive down price? No, it won't. When everyone ups their price, it's not going to drive down the price. When everyone agrees to raise prices, it's not going to drive down prices. We need to fill the middle class gap. Haves and have-nots getting worse daily. How do we fix this for the average person? Education. 80% of Americans hate AI. The approval rating in America for AI is 20%. 20% of Americans like it, 80% hate it. The 80% that hate it are going to lose all their economic power. They're going to go broke, and the middle class will disappear. So the way you fix that is education. Educating those 80% to be like, no, just because a slop AI video showed up on your timeline of a unicorn fighting a bear doesn't mean AI is bad. It means it's actually incredible, but someone's just trying to get a few likes by posting a Grok Imagine video of a unicorn fighting a medieval soldier, fighting a dragon, fighting a Volkswagen minivan, right? Just because that video is horrible and is constantly posted on X doesn't mean AI is bad. So education. Teaching people how to use AI. Teaching people how to use OpenClaw. Teaching people how to use Claude Code. Thoughts on Makina's comment? What's Makina's comment? I don't see it. Say it again. I mean, that's why I do my channel, right? That's why I do my education channel. That's why I teach OpenClaw on here. That's why I teach Claude Code. Get education on there. Get more people on AI. Getting the economic value so they can improve their lives and make money. Try to spread the good word. Try to get the 80% to come over to the 20% side. China, it's reversed. China, 80% love it, 20% hate it. China, they're lining up to install OpenClaw. Grandmas are lining up to install OpenClaw in China. It's like a phenomenon over there. It's like NSYNC over there. It's like Britney Spears over there, OpenClaw. How do you beat a country where people embrace the technology and use it and create economic value for themselves? Can you promote my book written by Haiku 2.5? Yeah, if you send me $6,000 right now, I'll promote your book. We need to get Americans like an AI. We need to get Americans to stop being like, oh, AI sucks. It sucks. I hate it. You have to. You have to. I love AI and Chinese food, so that tracks. Din Tai Fung is fire. Is Din Tai Fung even Chinese? Should I not have said that? What's Din Tai Fung? I love Din Tai Fung. Love it. Nothing better than Din Tai Fung. You have to chug water because you have 10,000% of your daily sodium intake in one meal, but love it either way. Should I get DGX Spark or just go Apple? Depends. You focus more on hosting or serving good AI models, or do you want to tinker? If you're a tinkerer, go DGX Spark. If you just want to host models and do local models, then do Apple. So what do you do? How do you prepare for Mythos? You ethically procure as much money as you possibly can right now. You try to make as much money as humanly possible right now, ethically and morally. Right? You build apps, you sell them, you create content. You ethically and morally make as much money as you can and save it. Don't spend it on bullshit. Save it. Just grind as hard as you can. Work from the moment you wake up to the moment you sleep. Din Tai Fung is Taiwan/Chinese. Is that true? Is that misinformation? If it's misinformation, Peter Steinberg is going to be pissed. He doesn't like misinformation. Been in Vibe Coding Academy for 1 week, and now I'm about to create 7 new employees for my firm. Oh, I was talking, we had a live boot camp last week in the Vibe Code Academy. I'm not joking. This is not a joke. This is 100% true. 100% true. 2 people in the Vibe Code Academy have built and sold apps for $250,000 each. Came in, had no idea how to use Claude Code, built an app, and then sold it for $250,000. 2 people. One was like a fitness app to like a gym. The other, I don't really remember what he said. I forgot. I got to read the recording again. But 2 people had no idea how to use Claude Code, came in, built an app, sold it for $250,000 in a month and a half. 100% true. Proof is in the latest recording, the latest boot camp recording. If you watch the latest boot camp recording towards the end, proof is shown. Basically, what's the link, Alex? You sold me? I think it's down below. Is the link not down below? The link for Vibe Coding Academy must be down below, I think. So as I was saying, oh no, I didn't have the link down below. Are you kidding me? Oh, Christ. Amateur move. Oh my God. God, such an amateur move. Such an amateur move. All right. For all the people, there you go. Link down below. Refresh your screen and it'll be there. God, it's vibecodingacademy.dev. It's vibecodingacademy.dev. The link to the academy is not in the description, by the way. I just hit save. If you refresh, the link will be there. I'll put it in the chat too. There you go. What is your morning? Okay, so I was saying real quick. Damn. I can't believe I forgot the link. That's so bad. That's so bad that I forgot the link. The link's now down below. Oh, didn't have to refresh? All right, it's there. Click it and sign up. Anyway, make as much money as you can. Learn all the tools. Learn Claude Code. Learn OpenClaw. Learn them all. Build things. Make as much money. Save it up. And then when Mythos comes out, you'll be able to afford it. You'll be able to afford it. And use it and stay ahead and escape the permanent underclass. You have to work as hard as you can right now. You need a banner on vid or watermark for VCA. I don't know. I could do a banner. Like, it's easy. There's banners built into this. I could do a banner, but like, I don't want to make this like an advertisement video, like just advertisements everywhere. It's the biggest AI community on planet Earth. I don't need to start putting banners everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Vibe Code Academy needs to be a graphic frame around the live streams, fancy graphics. Nah, I don't know. Do you think so? But wouldn't that kind of... I think that'd be too much. I'd rather just mention it every once in a while. I don't want to make it like a... Wouldn't it feel like you're just watching one big advertisement if there's like a banner at all times going Vibe Code Academy, Vibe Code Academy? I think I just mention it every once in a while. I feel like that's fair. I feel like that's a good balance, just mentioning it every hour rather than having a banner going on the screen at all times. My intuition tells me I don't need to have things going 24/7. I get it, but you offer enough value to warrant it. Yeah, but I want to give more value than I take, so I'm not going to do the ads. Is your YouTube videos but 10 times better? Yeah, it's just way more in depth. And I do live boot camps where you can go in and ask me questions. I do every Friday, but not this Friday. This Friday, I'm not doing it, but every other Friday. We've done it like 8 weeks straight. This Friday, I'm going to the Kanye West concert. But I'll make up for it next week with a couple boot camps. You can go in, you can talk to me live and ask questions. No, stay real as you are. If you have all the banners, you'll look like some influencers that are all into sponsor. Every other, I don't want to say it, but like, I just don't, I'm not a big sponsorship guy, banner guy, advertising guy. I think it's too much. I think it turns people off. I think it reduces trust. I feel like trust is the most important thing you can have. I don't want to put banners and sponsored by and hosting jur everywhere. I'm having a hard time managing Paperclip. I'd rather have Henry be co-managing it with me. I got good news for you. Adam Ambush, I got good news for you. You can. Your OpenClaw can. And I'm going to have a video on that workflow later this week. I think we're going to go hard to videos this week. I think we're going to have a bunch of videos this week. I think a lot of videos coming this week. Hermes, Obsidian, and Paperclip. I think this week we're going to get Hermes tonight. I think we get Obsidian tomorrow or Wednesday. And I think we get Paperclip Thursday or Friday. So notifications on down below for that. We live stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific. We live stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific. We will not be live streaming this Friday. No live stream this Friday. I'll be in LA for the Kanye West concert. That's going to be sick. What time Hermes video today? Probably in like 3 to 4 to 5 hours. Probably like 3 to 5 hours from now. I got to record it. I got the script done. I just got to record it and edit it. I have one meeting in between. Claude team, action required. 1 million context is now general on Sonnet 4.6. Action needed by April 30th. Hello, Alex. 1 million context is now generally available on Claude Sonnet. It's the same price as earlier. No beta header. With general live, we're retiring the 1 million context beta. Whatever. What do you use for editing? CapCut. I keep it simple. I try to keep everything simple. I don't have any employees. Every other AI creator has like editors and thumbnail guys and script writers and researchers and all of that. It's just me. I have 0 employees. I have 0. So I try to keep it as simple as I can. I just use like CapCut. Click, 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 click. It's edited. Send, post. I don't do any graphics or production. I don't do zoom ins and zoom outs and whoosh, 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 whoosh. And the typing sound when the letters go across the screen. I don't do any of that. Why are you the solo one? Because I don't know. I feel like it. There's no reason other than I feel it. Why hire someone when I can just do it myself? You know what I'm saying? I am a total noob. Should I learn N8N or OpenClaw? Not N8N. N8N will not be around in several years. You should learn OpenClaw. Tomorrow morning for me in France then. Thanks, Alex. You improved my English so much by watching videos and X articles. Let's go, Louis Criv 1. It's amazing. Glad I could help you with English. It's a fun language, isn't it? Cream says ET videos. He just says cream. I don't know what that means. Are you using Dispatch at all? I said it a little bit earlier. No, I just don't think Dispatch is as elegant of a solution as like OpenClaw. I just don't get Dispatch. Like, why do I have to go to like a separate chat and then do this and that? It's like I just go on Telegram and message my OpenClaw and say, do this, and just does it. I don't have to like go into my Claude app and go in like Claude desktop or Claude code and then like go to Dispatch. Just like I just go to Telegram and say, hey, do this, and it just does it, you know? I just don't, it just seems overly, it just doesn't seem as intuitive. Like you just tell OpenClaw what to do and it does it. I don't think we're like Dispatch. Do I do remote control? Do I do remote session? Do I do cloud session? Do I do local session? Do I do Dispatch? Do I do, it's like, no, I just go to Telegram. I tell it what to do. Do I use an MCP? Do I do, no, I just say, hey, do this. And it finds the computer and it does it. You know what I'm saying? What up, Goofy? Says, praise Christ, the Son of God. Would Christ like that you just called me Goofy? Would you like to apologize to me? Quen 3.6 is out. Is it? Did it come out on this live stream? Claude Code can manage Paperclip too. Yeah, it can. I'm having a video on how I do that later this week, on how I use OpenClaw to manage Paperclip. Video on that later this week. How you been? I've been good, man. How you been? Been very good. Been very good. Very, very, very good. Very, I don't want to say stressful. I'm not stressed. I never get stressed, but high pressure. High pressure. Is it open source? Is Quen 3.6 open source? The Hermes agent you've been waiting for is here. There's a new version of Hermes agent. Our most requested features here, the one you've all been waiting for. Multi-agent profiles. One install as many agents as you want. Hermes agent has put out a new update. One install as many agents as you want, each one fully isolated, own config, own memory, own skills, own gateway, Hermes profile, create coder, coder chat. That's it. Export a profile, import it on another machine, share your setup, one code base, total isolation, zero overhead. That's cool. Should I share my screen? Let's go over all the breaking news. Let's go over all the breaking news real quick right here. We got Hermes agent. We got a lot of breaking news here. A lot of breaking news. Hermes agent, Slack multi-workspace. Who uses Slack? Who cares about Slack? Telegram webhooks, faster production ready. Exa search, new search backend, drop in your key. I like that. Remote skills, same skills and containers as local. I don't really understand that. 95 PR, 16 issues, 2 days. Hermes agent 0.6 available now. I'll have to upgrade. Why would I want more Hermes agents? What do I do with more Hermes agents? I guess I got to figure it out. I guess we got to figure it out. Where's the Quen stuff? Where's the Quen stuff? Quen 3.6? Let's see. Quen 3.6. There's no Quen 3.6. You're all lying. You all lied. They open up a new Quen, but it's not Quen 3.6. Wait, no, you're not lying. The search on Twitter just sucks. The search on Twitter is absolutely horrible. Quen 3.6 just dropped. It's free. Is it open source? Doesn't look like it's open source yet. Not open source yet. It better be open source. I'll be pissed. Alex, you have fans in Jamaica. We talk about you all the time. Says Jamaica, good life. Shout out Jamaica. Shout out Jamaica. Shout out Jamaica. Love Jamaica. Never been. Want to go. Shout out Jamaica. If Jamaica has fans, then I'm fans of Jamaica. I love Jamaica. Shout out Jerk Chicken. Shout out Jerk Chicken. Can you clarify how a VPS is not safe or how to set up safely high level for now? Don't use a VPS. That's how you safely set it up. Did you get shitty Claude limits like me? I'm hearing this from everyone. I haven't hit limits, but it's not behaving well for me. It's not behaving well for me, Claude. All right, we're 5 minutes over. I got to pee. I love you all. How's your game dev getting on, or have you moved to a new project? I'm working on Henry. I haven't started game dev. That's long term. Love you all. Thank you so much for watching this. We go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific. We're not here this Friday, but we'll be back Wednesday, 11 a.m. Pacific. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Join the Vibe Coding Academy. Link down below. Biggest AI community on planet Earth. You'll learn a ton. Live boot camps, live Q&As. We can hang out. We can chat. We can kiss. Up to you. Link down below for that. Love you all. Subscribe, turn notifications. Hermes video later today. Deep dive Hermes video later today. Going to be fun. Best way to support the channel for free. When that video drops, open it up, leave a like, watch it to the end. Best way to support the channel for free. Love you all. See you in the next one.